Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm just experimenting with a little lip thing at the moment. I'm just trying to watch how it goes throughout me talking throughout this video. So, huge trigger warning for this video. This guy. Listen, I'm sorry to bring this person up in a video, but this is mainly about the brand and what they have done. I don't know what it is about this period we are in social media, that people, maybe it's the younger generation that don't know why certain people aren't exactly liked within the beauty space or beauty community world, and not liked by the majority, let's say. But brands and other social media influencers, not just in the beauty world, have no shame in connecting themselves with some of these really awful people. One situation I want to talk about today, which kind of got me a little bit like annoyed for a few different reasons, is a situation that went on with a brand, and it's probably still going on with the brand Basma Beauty. Now, this isn't a brand I follow, it's not a brand I've heard of until somebody sent me a message regarding this situation. Basma Beauty have 381,000 followers over on Instagram and 245,000 over on TikTok. So I think his name Basma is Basma. So as you can see by their profile here, they posted something recently with Jeffree Star. Now, whether you like Jeffree Star or not, Jeffree Star has said some really awful things up to present day. It just keeps happening. So you can't be like, oh, they apologize for all this stuff. Not a nice or good person to align yourself with if you are a brand, right? In general, but let's think about it from the brand point of view here. And you know what? You might align yourself with the same viewpoints as Jeffree Star. Not quite sure what you're doing here on my channel, because I definitely do not, and I don't care for people who do. And a lot of the time there's this thing with this guy where people are like, oh, you know, he might be racist and extremely transphobic, but he doesn't lie about makeup. And it's like, out of the millions and millions of influencers online, you don't mind this one being racist and transphobic because they tell the truth about makeup? Come on now. And a lot of the time, we don't know he's telling the truth. Everyone's like, he has no reason to lie. He has his own fucking brand. Like, come on. But even still, the worst people in the world have told the truth at one time in their life. It doesn't mean we should suddenly listen to him or give him a platform. So saying like, oh, but he tells the truth about makeup isn't an excuse to overlook something as serious as racism and transphobia. Do you get what I'm trying to say? What really annoyed me about this situation in particular is that there was some outrage, and you wouldn't notice it so much in the comments because they had been deleting the comments or something like that. The reason I know this is because I went down a bit of a rabbit hole and looked at people's stories that they were sharing, people's messages, and a lot of comments have been deleted, the outraged comments that they will be teaming up with someone like Jeffree Star. Not teaming up in terms of an advert, but even reposting something like this from someone like this. We're looking at a video here with a profile that has 380,000 followers, right? Now they hide their views for some reason. I don't think you should do that. And then we're going to this video and it says it has 18 comments, but we can only see 8. So 10 have been hidden, is what you're telling me. For a brand not to take in what their followers are trying to tell them is absolutely insane. You're a brand. These people already follow you. They are potential customers or are customers for your brand already, right? Not just 10 people, but everyone who's going to see this and this video now. You are deleting those comments, hiding those comments, and I don't know if you know, but on some social media platforms like Instagram, you can actually decide what comments are hidden in your comments. So for example, you can make sure that if somebody uses the word racist or transphobic in a comment, that comment automatically does not show up. You can even see here someone says Jeffree Star yikes. I actually don't think that comment is there anymore. And actually if I go to that video now on their Instagram, that comment is not there anymore. So that has also been deleted. As I'm editing this, I recorded this about a week ago, so I just wanted to see what the comment section is like now. This reel has 69 comments, but when you click on it, there's about 30. So that is a clear sign that 30 plus, this about 39 comments have been silenced or been kind of like hidden. Does that not show you, if you are having to hide so many comments, you are not pleasing your audience very well, or your customers? So here's what I'm trying to understand. You are so happy that this person has used your product that in turn You are deleting your already existing followers' comments. Jeffree Star does not even follow you, Basma Beauty. Not a follower of your brand. He used something once to, you know, show himself using it because maybe someone asked him. That's it. So now forever you have Jeffree Star on your page, on your profile, that a lot of people do not like or align themselves with. When I see something like this, it is telling a whole community that you side with what he says on social media. Because you're deleting the comments, you don't care. I even commented, but my comment is left up. I even commented and I even reached out to them for a statement. I contacted their customer service. I contacted them on Instagram, on socials, nothing. Absolutely nothing in return. Okay, so I just want you to read you the message I sent them via Instagram. It said, hello, oh God, it said I send, how embarrassing. I sent an email inquiry using a contact form on your website as what I wanted to ask here was too long. They don't accept like full long messages. I'm looking for a statement from you regarding the concern from your followers and the beauty community about using Jeffree Star in your socials while hiding or deleting your followers' concerned comments. I'll be making a video for my YouTube channel about the situation and would love to include your side of the story. Thank you. I also commented, is there a reason you are deleting people's comments who are rightly concerned that you have teamed up / shared, oh, I was going to say shared, it's a shred, content with an openly racist, transphobic person? You'll see the S's are changed to $signs. That's because when I saw they were hiding comments, I thought that perhaps some of the words they had chosen to hide were transphobic and racist. So I put the $sign in, so it still said the words, but perhaps they hadn't put that version of that word in yet, so my comment would show up, and my comment is still there, and it does still show. And I wish I screenshot the email I sent, but all I got was the end bit, because in the email I said that I would include the links to my socials, but I would also include some links to news about Jeffree Star and the things that he had said, that perhaps the, you know, people would be outraged by, just in case, you know, they're unaware of what had happened. I do not understand the need and the want to be like, oh my God, this person whose opinion was maybe more relevant pre-COVID on makeup. No one gives a fuck if something's whoever approved anymore, you know what I mean? Because there's loads of other people. It goes to show how kind of outdated perhaps your social media team are, how outdated your advertising is. Maybe in general, maybe it's time to get someone new to help you with advertising and realizing when you've messed up and realizing when you've upset some people. You are either hiding a lot of comments or deleting a lot of comments. People are upset with you. Why is it now a good move for you as a brand to keep those videos up, to keep hiding it, to not even say anything? You're wild. You're absolutely crazy. This is a brand founded by a woman. And the brand have a pretty cool story too. At 2 years old, the founder had this accident in a kitchen that left her with 3rd-degree burns. She discovered makeup. She loved color correcting. She says she went through hundreds of different surgeries and laser treatments to help with the scarring, but none of them were ever a success. You can see how well she has done in, you know, caring for her scar, caring for her skin, and making that experience into a business, her business. She has 2 clinics in Toronto, Beverly Hills. And then she founded Basma Beauty through that passion. This is a really good backstory for a brand. Why are we tainting it as well? And you're posting somebody who has a history of violent threats, misogyny within those threats, saying things like inciting violence against women, especially black women, saying he wants to throw battery acid on a black woman to lighten her skin. So even if you're not like down with like, you know, the LGBTQIA plus community, you're a women-founded brand who have women throughout your advertising, apart from Jeffree Star. There is no other men in your advertising. And the first man you've chosen to align yourself with is a man who has openly said horrendous things about women. Come on now. Make some choices. Clean this up because this is absolutely insane. It's okay to admit when you're wrong. Actually, I would trust this brand more if they were like, sorry, we really fucked up. Now looking back on it, why the fuck did we do that? That was dumb, that was stupid. Because it is. It's one of the most stupid things I've ever seen in 2026. And know your audience as well. Maybe on TikTok this kind of shit can fly, but Instagram, YouTube, where the main audience are kind of my age and we remember stuff? Come on. Come on. So listen, another brand to add to the shit list for 2026. Another brand that just clearly don't know how to do PR in general. Thank God for TikTok for some of these brands because no one would buy shit if it wasn't for TikTok Shop and people just advertising, selling over and over again on TikTok Shop. You know what I mean? All right, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know your opinions down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already and I will see you very, very soon.